A quick and hopefully easy one today. 3.13 estimations of physical quantities. There's only two things on it: orders of magnitude and estimations. So the order of magnitude is the power of 10 that describes the size of the object. It's quite straightforward. You just put things in standard form, and then the power of 10 describing it tells you what it is. So, for example, atomic radius, 10 to the minus 10. So the power of 10 is minus 10. Nuclear radius, 10 to the minus 15. Minus 15. And the radius of the Earth will be 10 to the 3. So about 6,000 meters. So 10 to the 3 will be the radius of the Earth. So these are the power of 10 of these kind of calculations. And they might ask you, it's happened in the past, give the order of magnitude. You just have to say what power of 10 it is, basically. So then estimations. So for example, they could ask you to estimate a value for the kinetic energy of a car on a motorway. Estimations are very useful. We use them all the time in physics because you want to just make sure you've got a ballpark figure correct. There are a few numbers that are worth learning, and just applying common sense to it normally means you can get a decent value. So kinetic energy of a car on a motorway. So I'm going to estimate probably mass of a car to be about 2,000 kilograms. 1,000 would be a very light car. You know, like a person's probably about 70 kilograms. So you can kind of like think about it. If they give you answers, multiple choices, they'll have a big range in this because you're not expected to know this off by heart. And if a car's travelling on a motorway, it's going to be about 30 meters per second. I mean, you might be able to work that out from 70 miles an hour. It might be that they give you something else. If you remember at GCSE physics, we had walking as 1.5 meters per second, running as 3 meters per second, cycling as 6 meters per second. So it might be that they give you one of those to work with. And then, well, we know kinetic energy is half mv squared. Well, we looked that up on the equation sheet. So the kinetic energy of this, we're going to have a half times 2,000 times 30 squared, which is just 1,000 times 30 squared, which is 900. So we're getting 900,000, or 9 times 10 to the power of 5. So the order of magnitude is 9 times 10 to the power of 5. It may be that they give you a range of values and you might end up saying, well, that's actually 0.9 megajoules, or essentially 1 megajoule, right? It depends on what the question is asking, but that's quite a straightforward one, estimations of physical quantities.